Yo, welcome back to the channel. Today is probably the worst day, I would say, for me to do this video, but it's also probably like the best day to do it because today I want to talk about motivation. I've recently been kind of reading and diving into some books and some podcasts and stuff around motivation, and finding myself just as an entrepreneur, a human, a dad for my life around like what motivates me and thinking through it. And I think today is a great day because I'm not motivated to work out. I'm tired. It's the weekend. I just want to chill. I've been working hard all week. Today is just a great time for me to sit down and say, okay, are you setting yourself up for success for your hunt for this year? Are you doing everything you can within reason with your time? Are you working out? Are you keeping up with your schedule? That's my question to you today, is are you setting yourself up for success? All right, so the first thing I want to talk about is successful people focus on process, and that's what I'm doing here today, right? I have a goal, I have things in mind, and I'm set up on process, and so I'm going to do little things every day to make a difference. Part of that is every day successful people feel satisfied when they complete their daily goals. Okay, it's not about going and making $1 million, it's about making 1,000. Right? And that 1,000 builds to 10,000, builds to 50,000, builds to 75,000, builds to 125,000, builds to 500,000, builds to 750,000, builds to $1 million. You get it. You get what I'm saying. You don't climb up a ridge and kill an animal like that, right? It's small steps. You don't do what you need to do tomorrow. You do what you need to do today, step by step. Get motivated with small wins. Small successes, day by day, hour by hour. All right, just finished my first workout. I want to talk about two types of joy. There's the initial joy that comes from the kill, right? When you accomplish something, that goal, you've accomplished it. That's your initial. But like the lasting is what comes through the process. That's what really drives you, right? That's what gets you back out in the field to hunt something else or to go on another stock, right? It's the process. So I want you to think about that. It's not the goal, it's the process to the goal. It brings that satisfaction and brings that joy. And that helps you to keep motivated. All right, now it's time for some incline press. Incredibly successful people set their attention on the process, right? They are figuring out what's necessary to achieve that goal. Instead of focusing on the goal, they focus on what needs to be done to get to that goal. And that's the difference. Every day we need to achieve our daily tasks to get to that goal. And I want you to remember that. It sounds really simple, but it's huge. I think a lot of times we miss that daily process in thinking about that goal. I think even as you're watching this video, you need to start to think and start to write down, take your goal and start to break it down into a process. It's huge. It's been huge for me, and I think it'd be huge for you too. All right, and then another tip is to savor the small wins. So when you're constantly repeating and you're in that process and you hit little goals and you build further, you gotta savor that, because that's where more motivation comes from. You gotta celebrate a little sometimes. Sometimes it's just a good feeling. Sometimes it's a beer cheers after we hit a financial goal, in the business. Sometimes it's telling people, dude, you killed it, great job, no matter what you're doing. Sometimes it's just saying, all right, I had a good day, I killed it, I got through this, I didn't slack off, I met my goals. So you gotta savor those times. All right, next up is, I think curls. I gotta look at my list. All right, to accomplish anything worthwhile, you gotta remember, there are no shortcuts. You gotta prepare to put in the work. It's the only way to do truly great things. There are no shortcuts. All right, another thing I want to say, you have to put a lot of time into this, right? Months of this. You better make it fun. You better do something you enjoy doing, right? Listen, I don't love everything I do, but there's a goal and I'm reaching it, and sometimes I have to embrace the suck, right? I think I heard it said, become friends with pain and you'll never be lonely. So what's motivation again? It's not the spark that drives you to do something, it's the pride you feel when you've done the work, right? It's that feeling you get when you've had that little accomplishment and that drive to do more. That's motivation. Just remember, you don't need motivation as a precondition, okay? It's a result of you acting and doing something. You don't need motivated to go break a sweat, but you go break a sweat and I promise you, you'll feel motivated. All right, I'm gonna wrap up this video with some archery reps. Be sure to like and subscribe. And remember, success leads to motivation, which leads to more success, which leads to more motivation. So dream big, set yourself a huge goal, and then create a process to reach that goal. And then forget about that huge goal and just get motivated.